The skill we're practicing now is I can estimate the quotient in a multi-digit division problem to check if my answer is reasonable. That means, does my answer make sense? Think in your head, what does estimate mean? If you said best guess, you are correct. We are estimating. Okay, so Zainab makes a table to help solve the problem 348 divided by 12. Which is the best estimate of the quotients? All right, let's look here. 10 times, so I've got my divisor, which is 12, and I did 12, 10 groups of 12. 12 times 10, 10 groups of 12 is 120. I don't know what 20 groups of 12 is. I know what 30 groups of 12 is. 30 times 12 is 360. Don't know what 50 groups of 12 is 600. I need to find it for 60. 70 groups of 12, 70 times 12 is 840. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in my table. So to find 12 times 20, I'm thinking to myself, would it be easier to do 12 times 20 or 12 times 2 and then add the 0 at the end? I think it would be easier to do 12 times 2 and then add the 0. So 12 times 2, which is the same as 12 plus 12. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 2 is 24. And then I'm going to add the 0 at the end. Now I'm going to check, does that make sense? Well, yeah, 240 is between 120 and 360. And it makes sense that 120 plus 120 would be 240. Okay, I already know 30 groups of 12. Now I need to find 40 groups of 12. Again, does it make more sense for me to do 12 times 4 and add the 0 or 12 times 40? Probably 12 times 4 and I'll add the 0. 2 times 4 is 8. 1 times 4 is 4. 48. What do I still need to do? Add the 0. Check, does that make sense? Is 480 between 360 and 600? If I added 120 to 360, would I get 480? Last but not least, 12 times 6. And then I'll add the 0. 2 times 6 is 12. Carry the 1. 1 times 6 is 6, plus 1 more is 72. 720. Oh, that could have been easy. I could have just added 120 in my head. Yep, and 720 is right in between 600 and 840. Okay, now I'm going to remember in my head that this is asking me to find the best estimate. I'm going to highlight that word, best. And I'm going to remember that whenever I'm solving a multiple choice question, I need to read through all of the options. Okay, so to the problem, 348 divided by 12, question mark. I'm trying to figure out what could that question mark be. Could that question mark be a number between 10 and 20? I don't think so, because 348 is not between 10 and 20. Could it be a number between 20 and 30? Let me check again. Well, 348 is between 240 and 360, so that one could work. But remember, I'm going to read all my answers. And see, a number closer to 20, 348. 348 is not very close to 240, so I'm going to say no. A number closer to 30, 348. 348 is pretty close to 360. It's only 12 away. So now I've got two answers that could work. So which one do you think is going to be my best estimate? Between 20 and 30 or closer to 30? It's probably going to be a number closer to 30. Why? Because that's more precise. That's more accurate. It is between 20 and 30. But I would be much more accurate to say 28, 29 than to say 21. So I'm going to choose D. So this is a reminder that you need to read through all of your options. And then I'm going to go to the top. I can estimate the quotient in a multi-digit division problem to check if my answer is reasonable? And the answer is, yes, I can.